Hello YouTube, Dogfoot9 here, and welcome to a really quite important video about the upcoming Endgame DLC. And if you've read the title, you'll probably know what it's about already, but if you don't, last night on Battlelog, I think it was, a article was released by EA and DICE and everyone, saying some of the key features for the new Endgame DLC, and one of those two of those key features were the new Air Superiority mode, which we've seen before in another Battlefield game, and CTF. So that tells us quite a bit about these new Endgame maps. So first off, we'll start off with Air Superiority. So obviously, big maps have planes on usually. So I'm thinking that these endgame maps are probably going to be quite big. I don't think they're going to be absolutely ginormous like Armored Kill. I think DICE might have learned their lesson a bit from them. They might be a bit smaller. I think they'll be more concentrated, like the fights will be more concentrated. I think there'll be less conquest conquest bases than there was in Armored Kill, because it'll concentrate fire and make the firefights better. So obviously with this new superiority mode, they're going to be just jet only maps practically. It was probably a bit like tank superiority mode, except there's no point to capture. I think it's just dogfights, which is going to be key for those guys who want to level up their planes, and it'll help them maybe level them up, but also it'll mean that guys who are experienced in the aeroplanes, who just want to play in the aeroplanes, can go in there and go to town on people, and that'll probably free up space on other servers where people want to play like Conquest and not just have to wait or something like that for a jet. They can just hop into a jet and take out some ground targets, and those people who want to go into dogfights can go to those servers. So that probably tells us that it's going to be quite a few big maps. But another thing is that I think DICE it'll be quite cool if DICE did this, and that would be bring air superiority to some of the older maps. I think Caspian Border, or even some of the small maps like Operation Metro, would really look good with air superiority. It would really bring a new dynamic to the game. Now, second thing, even though I've only got like a minute left, I'm going to talk about CTF quickly. So CTF is returning. You all know what CTF is. The only thing I'm worried about it is with Battlefield is if one team gets that flag, like it does sometimes in other games, this happens, the enemy team can just sit back and defend, and that can really slow down the game. So hopefully it won't happen in this release of CTF, but if it does, I think it might make the game the game mode a bit less enjoyable. But if both teams are going at it, even if one is winning and the other one is absolutely getting destroyed, they're still going at it, and it'll still be both fun for both teams. So hopefully it'll be a bit dynamic. Hopefully it just won't be vehicles or infantry. Hopefully it'll be a bit mixture of both. And also I think this DLC is going to be the most packed one yet, as it's got so many new things in, like the dropship, 4 new maps. I think it's got new weapons, it's got new vehicles, and these 2 new game modes. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.